What's up, guys? It's your girl Nana, and I welcome you all to Nana Nation. So, today we're going to talk about Nigerian actress and singer Angela Okori, who is receiving backlash on social media today because of the insensitive comments she made following the passing of Chadwick Boseman. So, you guys already know the Black Panther actor died earlier this week. God rest his amazing soul. And after he died, tributes were pouring in from all the parts of the world. People were sympathizing with his family. A lot of people were hurt by this, especially me. I was really taken aback by this. So we were pouring out our condolence messages and stuff, and Angela just came out here from nowhere. When he was alive, people did not care about him. Now that he's dead, everybody wants to claim relationship. I'm like, oh my god. Some comments are really insensitive, and when you speak things like this, it looks like you are a fool. People are crying, people are grieving. Give them a chance to grieve. So I'm going to stop talking now and show you the message Angela gave. It was actually a video she posted on her IG. I'm going to stop talking now so you guys can watch it.
Don't watch the film. When he was sick for 4 years, why didn't you people post his pictures like that and pray for him? Now he's gone. Oh my God, he was such a nice guy. When I was shocked, I thought you guys said it was fake. No, focus. I thought you said it was fake.
So that's Angela saying when he was sick, you guys did not call him, you guys did not show love towards him, and now he's dead. Everybody wants to claim how much they loved him, blah blah blah. But this lady forgets to know that Chadwick hid his diagnosis from the public. He did not tell the whole world because he did not want self-pity. He did not want people to be throwing a pity party for him. He was a brave guy, he was a warrior. He didn't make his diagnosis public, so only his direct family knew. Even his producers on the movies he was working did not know. So Angela is out here blasting people that they should not cry because they did not show him love, they did not this, they did not that, they have no right to be calling his name up and down. Like, this lady, like, if this is not madness, I don't even know how to call it. And then she went on to write, in conclusion, people celebrate death more than life. Celebrate life that is worth celebrating, not when they are gone. Especially people who have done a lot to put smiles on your face. Don't let low self-esteem, inferiority complex, and hate eat you up. So you know how sometimes something is paining you in your underbelly? Something is really hurting you and you're looking for an avenue to just release it to the world. So she used Chadwick's death to pass out a message which has been eating her up since for a very long time. So when she started talking about don't let low self-esteem, inferiority complex, and hate eat you up, I'm like, are we still talking about Chadwick here? And then she went up to write, oh, that episode doesn't really matter when the person doesn't get to see it. Too much hate in this world. I don't know why. So who hates you, Angela? Who? Why are you always so bitter, attacking people everywhere? Who hates you? And then she continues saying, I beg, no reason to hate anyone, no, blah 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 blah. Like, this lady all the time she'll be saying things to people, it pain them, it this them, it that them. Like, you can't really live your life like this thinking everybody hates you, everybody wants you to feel. That's a toxic mentality to have. So when she started talking about low self-esteem, inferiority complex and stuff, I'm like, okay, this message was not about Chadwick. She was looking for a message to give to her haters, and then she hid behind Chadwick's passing to give her haters pepper, to pepper them. So that's what the message is all about. So you may be wondering why Angela all of a sudden has become bitter, throwing shade and messages at people on the internet. You may not know how it started, but this actually started a few months back, actually in December of 2019, when Angela was returning from a concert and her car was attacked by a couple of thieves. So they shot some bullets towards her, they sprayed some bullets towards her car, they wanted to kill her and stuff. So she survived that incident and she came back to social media and she was peppering them. So from here on out, all her messages are targeted to her haters. It pained them, they wanted me to die, I did not die, they attacked me, they shot me, they took 10 bullets out of my head at the hospital, I almost lost my life but I did not die, grace, the grace of God, blah blah blah. So she's been giving a lot of messages on social media lately, targeted towards her haters. Lately everything Angela says is towards her haters. It pained them, I did not die, it shocked them, this and that. So she's just giving a lot of unnecessary shade towards people. You cannot be living your life thinking everybody wants you to die, everybody does not want you to succeed and stuff like that. It's really toxic. So this is how it all started, and now everything she ever says is targeted towards her haters, targeted towards them. So much envy, so much hate, so much jealousy. Like, you cannot really think like this. You cannot live your life thinking like this.
Bullets on my car for 30 minutes. 30 good minutes. We were calling for help. Nobody helped us. Nobody came. They were hire assassins. They wanted to just carry me and go, and then we refused to open the door. So they decided to spray bullet on the car. They sprayed bullets, proper bullets on the car. Thank God it the G-Wagon said.
So that's Angela describing the nature of the attack, the nature of the incident. They sprayed bullets on her car and 10 bullets got to her head. I don't know how people survived 10 bullets, but she was lucky enough, and she said grace brought her back. We thank God for that. So I know sometimes traumatic experience will make you to really reevaluate your life. Traumatic experience will really shake you up sometimes. But the way she recovered from her own trauma, after 2 days, 3 days, she was back on social media full force, and people were like, the girl shot, so they shoot it so on an audio gunshot. Maybe she made up the message. So a lot of people were doubting her during that period. She was really going through a lot. People were doubting her. People were dragging her all over the streets of Instagram, and it was crazy. So that's when she stood up for herself, saying that it pained them. They wanted me to die, but I'm alive. How can you guys be dragging me after surviving 10 gunshots and stuff? So it was really crazy. It was really messy. And from that moment till now, Angela has been on the defensive. She is so hyper. Every little thing, she'll go to Instagram and be insulting people and be saying how it pained them and stuff like that. It's just provocative. So when our girl saw that her message towards Chadwick Boseman's death had caused a lot of backlash on social media, people were insulting her, people were dragging her all over the streets of social media. When she saw that the message has really provoked people, what did she do? She turned to classic diversion strategies. Like celebrities do this a lot. When they post something that causes backlash and when people are mad at them, they just go and start posting pictures of somebody in their life. Maybe their husband, they start saying how much they love their husband. Maybe their wives, they start saying how much they love their wives. In her case, her own diversion strategy was her kid. She went and posted a picture of her son, and then she started saying things like, oh, when I look at you, at Real King Chamberlain, all I see is grace. Keep praying for us, blah, blah, blah. So that people will now start seeing the other side of her, like, oh, her baby is cute. So this is her own way to take away her mind from what she had just said, from that stupidity she just said. Now she's feeling bad, and her own way to make people's mind to stop thinking about what she said is to move on, posting cute pictures and stuff. So we should now sympathize with her, and it's okay, everybody makes mistakes every now and then. I guess we have to forgive and move on. So what she said was really insensitive, but however, we gotta forgive and keep moving on. Also, she must have really been pained by what people were saying. It really got to her because she took a little break. She took a temporary hiatus. She took to her IG and wrote, at this point, I'll be staying off social media due to some reasons. I'll miss you guys. I'll be unreachable on all social media platforms for now. Enjoy my debut, Burst Everywhere album, available on all digital music stores. My album is enough to keep you until I am back. So now you understand why sister was making all this noise, going on IG rant after rant, because she has a new album out. Her new album is now available. Burst Everywhere is her new debut album, and that's why she was making noise everywhere. When artists will release new songs, when they have new albums and new projects coming up, they'll make loud noises on the internet. They'll say provocative statements to pull the crowd, to pull people towards them, to make people to give them attention so they can announce their next project. People do this all the time. You guys remember the case of entanglement between August Alsina and Will and Jada Smith? August Alsina was also releasing new songs, and then he made all this story about having an entanglement with Jada. So he pulled attention towards him because he wanted to sell his album. So sometimes artists will manipulate our feelings like this. They'll play with our emotions just because they want attention to announce their next big project. Yeah, so there you have it. She made a big statement, a very insensitive one, and it got her in trouble. But in all this statement Angela said, there was one part of the message which was very true. There's one part of this message which is very valid. The fact that we have to show people love when they are alive. That's the only part of her message which makes sense. Show people love. Show people how much you appreciate them, how much you love them, how much you respect them when they are still alive. Because when they die, you will not get a chance to do it anymore. They are dead, they are gone. All the flowers you leave, all the long eulogies you write, it doesn't mean anything when they are gone. This is a valid message. Show people love when they are alive. But the timing was so wrong, and the way she said it, like she was attacking people for grieving. She was attacking their pain. Like, this is so insensitive. If people are crying, let them cry. People are grieving, let them grieve. Don't just come from nowhere that people are pretending they didn't show him love when he was alive. Like, who are you to say all these things? During his birthdays, people used to post messages to him. During, like, when he's winning, when he won Black Panther, a lot of people were celebrating him. When the movie came out, I took my money, I paid, and went to the movies to watch that. You see what I'm saying? So you don't just come out here telling people, oh, you guys are not celebrating him. How do you know that we're not celebrating him? I paid my money to watch his movie. That's celebrating him. So we should mind the things we say. We should think twice before we talk, in the public. It can really get us in trouble. You should be sensitive towards people's pain, When people are crying, try to understand where they're coming from. Don't just come out here dismissing people's feelings like, who are you? And if you have something that's eating you, if you have your own message that you want to give to the world, go ahead and give it. Don't don't hide behind somebody else to give your hidden agenda. If something is paining you, you have your platform, you have millions of followers, go ahead and tell people how you feel. Don't hide behind people's events and say your own things that are paining you. Because sometimes even when you're not smart enough to know that, hey, maybe I should not say this, so maybe I should hold my opinion. So if you're not smart enough to know that, you should have a little bit of emotional intelligence, know when and how you say things. So that's that for that, guys. I've come to the end of today's video. Thank you guys a lot for watching. I remain your girl Lunana, and if this is your first time on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button below this video, because you are definitely going to love it. Here on this channel, we talk all things entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.